Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Central Kentucky TV, Community Focus on Washington County. And our guest today is Blair Hayden, who is going to discuss with us she's the Executive Director of the Emerge program, the Kentucky Emerge program.
Emerge Kentucky.
Thank you, Blair. So, okay, Blair, tell us about this program. I'm excited to hear all about this training program.
Emerge Kentucky is part of a national network called Emerge America, and Kentucky has been training women through our own state program for 8 years now. We just finished, graduated our 8th class. We train Democratic women to run for office. We now have 166 women who have graduated. We have 25 women across the state who currently hold office. We had a 61% win rate in the November 2016 election. Despite losses for Democrats across the state, that was a very successful silver lining for us. And we had 23 women on the ballot. We had 13 women who were running in local races, and 12 of those 13 won.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So this is a national program that has been in existence how long?
We were founded in California. I believe that Kentucky was around the 8th state to get a training program, and so we are just an affiliate of that national organization. We have expanded since the November election. We are now in 22 states, and we have been adding a number of southern states, which we are very proud of. Kentucky was the first southern state to have this training program. And we were founded by former Kentucky Democratic Party Chairman Jennifer Moore. She is our board chair now, and we have, each state has their own board, and they are comprised of women and sometimes men from across each state. So we're statewide organizations. We work very hard to recruit women with diverse backgrounds in all areas of the state. This year's class, in fact, we had women from 18 different counties across Kentucky. We are very focused on one goal, and that is to get Democratic women elected to office.
That's great. Well, of course, I assume these women espouse the values of the state Democratic Party platform or national, or does it have to be, I guess these women we all don't have to agree on everything. I can't imagine all these women agreeing on every particular goal or policy of the party.
Well, that is, I'm sure, correct. However, that's not what we are about. We train specifically on skills for running your race and not on the issues. We do some background checks to make sure that they are registered Democrats. But from that point, we train on public speaking, we train on fundraising, we train on giving a stump speech, all the tools to build a kitchen cabinet and to really build a good skill set for them as they are running their race.
To be able to win their race.
Yes.
To know
yes.
Well, and of course to know the issues and also, like you say, how to run a campaign, I guess. So then these women come from all parts of the state.
Yes.
And and some are running for local offices, you say, and some are running for.
We had 2 women in November who were elected to the House of Representatives. First woman of color elected in 2 decades, Attica Scott from Louisville. A very young woman. I think she's maybe the second youngest to be elected to the House or be in the serve in the House of Representatives right now. That's Mackenzie Cantrell. So yes, they run the ballot from city council, school board, all the way up. We've had women who graduated from our training who have run for Congress.
Wow, that's great. Who are some of the other? Well, I know Jacqueline Coleman, who ran here. Unfortunately, did not win that race, but here in our district. But she certainly, I know she's an Emerge graduate.
She is.
And a good representative, I would say, of the Emerge program.
Absolutely. We're very proud of Jacqueline. She's from Mercer County and ran for House of Representatives, and we look forward to another run from her sometime in the future, but that will be up to Jacqueline, of course. Toby Brown, also from Mercer County,
exactly.
was an Emerge alum. But let's not forget Betty Brookfield, right here in Washington County, that ran for magistrate.
Right.
And Audrey Hayden in Nelson County ran for state representative as well. So.
And of course, Elizabeth Hayden.
Oh yes,
who
Elizabeth.
ran, but
Yes.
who graduated from the program, but has not run for office.
Right, right. We ask these women to commit to running within 3 to 5 years of graduation, and you know, they have to find the race that's right for them.
Right, right. So now, if so, the training program. How do you get into the training program?
So our applications will open on September the 1st, and I believe we'll close about the 1st of November, and then our applications are reviewed by our board members, advisory board sometimes, and that's comprised of a number of women across the state, many of our local or our elected officials, representatives and senators, who are big supporters of our network. And then also our alumni help to review those applications, the new ones that come in every year. And we usually accept around 25 women per class year. So we'll review those, and then upon reviewing, we'll decide who we're going to interview, and they will go through an interview process with a few of our board members and alumni, and from that point on, we'll choose who's going to be in this year's class, or the upcoming class of 2018, and we really look at who is going to be a viable candidate. We increased the number of applications after this year's election. I think we doubled the amount from what we have received in the past. We had actually closed our application process before the November election, but we had so many women start reaching out to us that we reopened them, and I expect to see the same amount of applications coming up for 2018. So it does make it a very competitive process because we only have 25 slots available, and therefore it's a very lengthy application process. And we do have an application fee and tuition, but we really work with women for that not to be a barrier to them applying and being in our training program. So the training goes from January to June, and we do I believe it's 72 hours of training. It's a full day on Saturdays and once a month, and then we do twice in February where they actually go and shadow their legislators during the session.
I see. So now, if so that's a real commitment, because from January to June you're committing one Saturday per month, and then 2 Saturdays in February, and so pretty rigorous training program. And but it sounds like you know they really focus on giving them the tools that they need to run an effective campaign. So then, so they're reviewed by the board or to their applications. Now, where do they get an application? How do they apply?
They can go online to emergeky.org, to our website, and fill out their application online.
Okay.
My phone number is on there, my email, and we also have a deputy executive director that serves with us, Alexis Hebert, and she and I are both very involved in walking them through the application process.
And then, and there's the application fee, and how much is that?
It's a fee of $50.
Okay. And then the training program itself, you said, is...
Tuition is $750.
How much?
$750.
But people shouldn't consider that a barrier to their application.
Absolutely.
And I suppose that you all take donations for this program if anyone wants to sponsor someone, or so how does that work?
So we have a number of organizations at the state and local level who sponsor women and give them scholarships to participate in the training program. The Young Democrats, the Democratic Women's Club, an organization that is a little newer, Together We Will, all work to give scholarships to women, and usually they are obviously selecting women that are already involved with their organizations, and we work with them to help them choose those applicants. I have women who have been sponsored by their employer, someone in the community who's really encouraging them to run, who will be willing to pay their tuition fee. So we'll work with any woman who wants to apply and be accepted into the training, and how to get their tuition paid if it's a problem for them.
So then, and they can do that on your website, which is emergekentucky.org.
Yes.
Now, if so, there must be some qualifications to be a part or to run for office, or for you all to select them. So what might be some of those qualifications?
Well, I'm not sure if qualification is the word, but we are obviously looking for someone who is, depending on the office they're planning to run for, you have to be a certain age to serve in certain offices. So typically we're looking for women who are out of college and at least beginning in their career. But they don't have to be college graduates, and we have a number of those as well. We're looking for women who are involved in their community. If they're not yet, then we're encouraging them to be. As you said, it is a major commitment for these women to come to this training one Saturday a month and take time away from their family and other things that are happening. But that's what it takes to serve in office. So with that being said, as a public official, you obviously need to be involved in your community. So we want to encourage that and look for women who are having their involvement with local organizations, state organizations. But it's not a requirement, and we have every type of woman with us, from a minister in Franklin, Kentucky, who runs an organization called Room with the Inn that houses homeless people, and we have a woman who's head of radiology for the Veterans Hospital in Louisville. So it really runs the gamut of the type of women and what their backgrounds are who want to serve in office. And I can't say that there's one particular requirement. Just the need to want to serve.
To be a public servant. And so then and it could be an older woman.
Oh, yes.
A retired woman.
Yes. Yes.
It could be somebody like me.
Absolutely. I think you might have what it takes. To run.
So, I mean, I have run a camp. I
You've run several.
That's right. So, and serving on the city council now, and it's really, what I'm so delighted that this organization exists, because it used to be that it was just mostly men in office. And I certainly don't have anything against men, but, women want to be involved. And they're usually involved anyway in some capacity. So they might as well run themselves for office.
Statistics show that women don't typically even think to run for office, but when they do and when they are encouraged to run, they win. And Kentucky ranks, I think we're at 47th now in the country of women serving. We're at the bottom of the totem pole. And the United States is also very low down. I believe we're around 115th. There are third world countries who are above us with women serving in
elected office.
In elected office.
That's amazing.
And women represent like 51% of the population, yet we are not being represented in elected offices. So it's very important for women to get involved in that way.
Yeah. And so then okay, so you're getting ready to start this class. I mean, you'll start with applications in September.
Yes, and you'll go to emergekentucky.org and fill that out online. And people can email me or call me. Blair, BLAIR, at emergeky.org is my email. And I will be happy to walk anyone through that process.
And Blair, some of the women that are on the board that are women who have served in office or are currently serving in office. So they have obviously would be good representatives of the Emerge program to select our prospective candidates. And some of those are who? That I know Crit Llewellyn serves. She's our former lieutenant governor.
Absolutely. Our former lieutenant governor and former state auditor, the Honorable Crit Llewellyn, is on our advisory board, and a big supporter. State Representative Sandy Overly, former caucus chair for the Democratic Party and currently serving as the chair of the Democratic Party. We have former Representative Leslie Combs from Pikeville. We have
is Governor Collins?
Governor Martha Lane Collins, who was president here at St. Catherine College, is on our advisory board. Yes. We have Congressman Ben Chandler's wife, Jennifer. We have State Representative Rocky Adkins' wife, Leah. We have two state representatives in Louisville, Mary Lou Marzian and Joni Jenkins. And Lexington, we have Ruth Ann Palumbo. We have a large.
Is our Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes
absolutely
on there as well?
Yes, yes, she is.
So these are a lot of fine women in the Democratic Party who served in office or are currently serving. So they certainly would be good mentors, I would think, and participate in mentoring these young ladies.
Representative Susan Westrom, Representative Kelly Flood, State Senator Denise Hopper Angel. If they are a woman, a Democratic woman serving in the House of Representatives or a state Senate, they are on our advisory board, and they are very helpful to us in recruiting women in their areas and also in mentoring women as they go through the training program and after they graduate. So, I would love to see an increase in the number of women who apply for our training program from Central Kentucky. We have, of course, a large number from Jefferson County and Fayette County, and we do pretty well in Western Kentucky. We actually have our vice chair of our board is Susanna French, who has recently been elected to be the national president of the Democratic Women's Club, and we're very proud of her. And she works very hard in Marshall County to find us women from that state. And our board chair is actually
From that county, you mean?
Excuse me, and from that county. And our board chair is actually from Paducah originally. And Northern Kentucky, we have a number of women on the board, and we do well with recruitment there. But Marion County and Washington County and Nelson County, I'd love to see an increase of women from those areas. Also, I forget Kimberly Greenwell from Nelson County is one of our graduates. But and the women who have gone through our training from this area are very helpful in recruiting more women. But for anyone who is watching this, I would love to have them help us recruit more.
Well, certainly we need to get these women in who are viewers of Channel 6, Central Kentucky TV. We certainly want to encourage these women to be a part of this program. And it could be for, like you say, a local race. I think we are blessed in Washington County and Springfield in that we have had a lot of women through the years on the city council. So we've been, and as a matter of fact, right now, of course, we have a woman mayor, and then we have myself and Carolyn Harden on the city council, and Brooke Coulter, and but we don't have any women magistrates in Washington County, nor are there any in Marion or Nelson, and then we're fortunate in that we have our Washington County PVA, Fran Carrico, a woman. And that's had a woman's position before. Barbara Stump was the PVA, and Margaret Platt. And then we've got Joanne Mudd Miller, who is the circuit court clerk. And we've had women in that position before, Wilma Grigsby. And so that's good in that I think in our county we've had some women who have been in elected office and school board. But as you said, we certainly need more, maybe for statewide races as well. So, well, Blair, we'll just have to recruit some of these women, and I know they need to have references and recommendations.
They do. They have 2 reference letters, and we will be calling those people. But that'd be great if you'd be reference for people around here.
Well, I certainly be happy to. I was for Betty Brookfield. I referred her to this program.
If anyone out there knows women who knows a woman who should run, they should definitely encourage them to. And all politics is local, and these local offices are very, very important. And very excited to see so many women serving in local offices here in Washington County. And of course, very proud of having the first mayor, Debbie Wakefield, first woman elected as mayor here in Springfield, and African American. And I hope that this progress continues in all of our local communities across the state.
Right. And so but you surprised me with your statistics on the national level and state, national, and universal, I suppose. I mean, that in our country that we are so down the list as far as women and representing.
It's a shocking statistic.
It is. And as you said, the population of women in our country is 51%, so we are the majority.
Absolutely.
So, okay, women out there, Blair Hayden is calling you to the Emerge program, and I will be happy in any way to assist you with that application. Blair will help you with that application process, and I'll be glad to help out in any way that I can.
Thank you.
So, well, thank you, Blair, for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks.